Show up, even on the hard days. Ladies and gentlemen, the heavy morning. Let's be honest about this morning. You didn't want to wake up. The alarm went off, and it didn't sound like an opportunity. It sounded like a threat. It sounded like a demand you didn't have the currency to pay. You felt the weight of the blanket, and it felt like lead. It felt like safety. It felt like the only place in the world that made sense. And in that moment, between the ringing of the alarm and the movement of your feet, a conversation happened. A negotiation. A plea bargain. The voice in your head, the one that loves comfort, the one that hates pain, the one that is terrified of failure, it started whispering. It said, "Not today. You're too tired. You're too sore. You're not ready. The world is too cold. The bed is too warm. Just 5 more minutes. Just one day off. Who will know? Who will care?" That voice is persuasive. It knows your insecurities. It knows your history. It knows exactly what to say to make you weak. It tells you that success is for people who feel good, for people who are energized, for people who have the wind at their backs. And today you are fighting a hurricane. So, why are we here? Why are you listening to this? Because deep down, beneath the fatigue, beneath the doubt, beneath the overwhelming desire to quit, there is another voice, a quieter voice, a primal voice. It doesn't scream, it whispers, and it says, "Get up." This speech isn't for the days when the sun is shining, the coffee tastes perfect, and you feel like you can conquer the world. Those days are easy. Those days are a gift. Anyone can be a champion on a sunny day. Anyone can be a high performer when the dopamine is hitting and the applause is loud. No, this is for the dark days. This is for the gray days. This is for the days when you feel hollowed out, when the inspiration is gone, when the motivation has evaporated like mist. When you look at your goals and you don't feel excitement, you feel nausea. This is about the single most important skill you will ever master in your life. It is not talent. It is not intelligence. It is not luck. It is the ability to show up when every cell in your body is screaming at you to stay down. The lie of motivation. We have been sold a lie. A beautiful, shiny, disastrous lie. The lie is that you need to feel like it to do it. The lie is that high performers, billionaires, elite athletes, and masters of their craft wake up every single day excited to grind. We scroll through social media and we see the highlight reels. We see the trophies, the smiles, the finished products. We assume that their internal state matches their external success. We think, if I just had enough motivation, I would do the work. Let me tell you the truth. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are the weather. They change. They are fickle. They are unreliable. Some days it's sunny. Some days it storms. If you build your life based on how you feel, you are building a castle on quicksand. You are waiting for a lightning strike to power your house. The people you admire, the people who have built the things you want to build, they don't have a constant stream of motivation. They have something better. They have discipline. Discipline is not doing what you love. Discipline is doing what you hate, but doing it like you love it. Discipline is severing the link between your feelings and your actions. It is looking at the task in front of you, the workout, the report, the study session, the difficult conversation, and saying, I don't care how I feel about this. The feeling is irrelevant. The execution is mandatory. You have to stop waiting for the spark. The spark is a bonus. The fire is built by hand, stick by stick, friction by friction, in the cold and the dark. You are the flint. You are the steel. You create the heat through friction. When you don't want to do it, that is the friction. That resistance you feel, that heaviness in your chest, that is not a stop sign. That is the raw material. That is the weight you must lift to grow the muscle of your character. The shadow work. Let's talk about the shadow work. The shadow work is what happens when no one is watching. It's the miles run in the rain at 4 a.m. It's the extra reps when the gym is empty. It's the late nights staring at a computer screen when your friends are out partying. It's the moment you choose a salad when you want the burger. It is the unsexy, boring, monotonous, painful grind. On the hard days, the shadow work feels impossible. You feel invisible. You feel like you're pushing a boulder up a hill, and for every step you take, you slide back too. You question the path. You ask yourself, is this even worth it? Am I making progress? Does this even matter? And the answer is, you won't know today. That's the cruelty of success, the delay. You put in the work today, but you don't get the reward today. You eat healthy today, you aren't skinny tomorrow. You lift weights today, you aren't strong tomorrow. You study today, you aren't a genius tomorrow. There is a gap, a valley of silence between the action and the result. And that valley is where dreams go to die. That valley is where most people set up camp and quit. They say, I tried. It didn't work. It hurts too much. But you have to live in that valley. You have to build a home in the suffering. On the hard days, you are not working for the immediate reward. You are working for your identity. Every time you show up when you don't want to, you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. You are rewriting your genetic code. You are proving to yourself that you are not a slave to your impulses. If you only work when it's easy, you are a hobbyist. You are a tourist in your own life. But when you work when it's hard, when you drag yourself through the mud, that is when you become a professional. That is when you become a contender. The hard days are the filter. They filter out the weak. They filter out the pretenders. If it was easy, everyone would do it. The fact that it is hard is what makes it valuable. The pain is the barrier to entry. Be grateful for the pain, because it is keeping your competition out. The negotiation with the self. How do you do it? Practically, how do you move when you are paralyzed by lethargy? You stop negotiating. The moment you hesitate, the moment you allow a debate to start in your mind, you have already lost. The brain is an incredible lawyer. It will come up with logic, reason, and evidence as to why you should take a break. You worked hard yesterday. You need recovery. You can double up tomorrow. Lies. All of it. You have to treat your plan like a military order. When the command is given, the body must move. Do not think. Do not ponder. Do not evaluate your energy levels. Use the mechanical action to override the emotional state. If you need to run, don't think about the 5 miles. Think about putting on your left sock, then the right sock, then the left shoe, then the right shoe, then standing up, then opening the door. Shrink the world down to the next 10 seconds. Can you survive the next 10 seconds? Yes. Can you take one step? Yes. Then take it, and then take another. Momentum is a jealous god. It requires a sacrifice to start. The sacrifice is that first painful, heavy burst of energy. But once you start moving, Newton's laws take over. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. The hardest part of the rocket launch is the first 100 feet. That is where all the fuel is burned. Once you break gravity, you can fly. But you have to burn the fuel. You have to endure the G-force of the launch. There is a concept in long-distance running called the wall. It's the point where your glycogen stores are depleted, your mind is foggy, and your body is shutting down. It usually happens around mile 20 of a marathon. Every runner hits it. The amateur hits the wall and thinks, something is wrong, I need to stop. The elite runner hits the wall and thinks, here it is. The race has finally begun. The hard day is your wall. When you wake up feeling terrible, do not think something is wrong. Think, the race has begun. The warm-up is over. Now I find out who I really am. Protect your peace. Protect your progress. You are building something fragile. A dream, a career, a body, a mind. It is like a small flame in a windstorm. On the hard days, the wind is howling. The chaos of life, stress, bills, relationships, doubts, is trying to blow out your candle. Showing up is how you cup your hands around that flame. You don't need to be a hero today. You don't need to set a personal record. You don't need to write a masterpiece. You just need to not quit. There is a massive difference between a 0 day and a low day. A 0 day is when you do nothing. You surrender. You let the darkness win. 0 days kill momentum. 0 days breed shame. Shame breeds more inaction. It is a death spiral. A low day is when you show up and you give 20%. You go to the gym and you just stretch and lift light weights. You sit at the desk and you write one terrible paragraph. You read one page, but you did something. You kept the chain alive. You maintained the habit. A bad workout is better than no workout. A bad draft is better than a blank page. Because you can fix a bad draft. You can't fix a blank page. On the hard days, lower the bar, but do not remove the bar. Give yourself permission to be imperfect, but do not give yourself permission to be absent. Success is the aggregation of marginal gains. It is the math of consistency. If you get 1% better every day, you will be 37 times better by the end of the year. If you get 1% worse every day, you will decline to nearly 0. The hard days are where that math is decided. If you skip today because you don't feel like it, you are teaching your brain that feelings are the master. You are reinforcing a neural pathway of weakness. You are training yourself to quit. Every time you quit, it gets easier to quit the next time. But the opposite is also true. Every time you push through the resistance, you callous your mind. You build mental armor. You teach your brain that you are in charge, not your hormones, not your sleep deprivation, not your mood, the future self. I want you to try an exercise. I want you to close your eyes for a second. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Imagine the version of you that quit. The version of you that stayed in bed every time it was cold. The version of you that took the easy road. The version of you that listened to the excuses. Look at them. Look at their eyes. Do you see the regret? Do you see the ghost of what could have been? Do you see the bitterness? They are haunted by their own potential. They are comfortable, yes. They are well rested, yes. But they are empty. Now, imagine the other version. The version of you that showed up. The version of you that ran in the rain. The version of you that worked through the tears. The version of you that got knocked down 100 times and stood up 101 times. Look at them. They are scarred. They are tired, but they are strong. They have a fire in their eyes that cannot be extinguished. They have the respect of the world, and more importantly, they have self-respect. Which one do you want to be? The decision is not made 5 years from now. The decision is made right now, today, in this moment of hesitation. You are acting on behalf of your future self. Your future self is begging you to get up. Your future self is screaming across time, "Don't give up on us. Keep going. It pays off. I promise you, it pays off." Do not let your future self down. The darkness is a friend. Let's go darker for a moment. Let's talk about the Joker mentality. Let's talk about finding comfort in the chaos. Stop trying to be happy all the time. Happiness is a byproduct, not a goal. Sometimes you have to run on darker fuel. Use your pain. Use your anger. Use your frustration. Are you mad that you aren't where you want to be? Good. Use it. Are you jealous of someone else's success? Good. Use it. Are you heartbroken? Good. Use it. Take that negative energy, that ball of dark fire in your gut, and shove it into the engine of your actions. I'll show them. I'll show myself. I will not be defeated by a Tuesday morning. Turn your struggle into your superpower. When you are going through hell, keep walking. Why? Because you are already in pain. You are already hurting. You might as well get a reward from it. Don't let the pain go to waste. The world is tough. It doesn't care about your feelings. The market doesn't care if you're tired. The weights don't care if you're sad. Gravity is the same on your birthday as it is on your worst day. So you must be tougher. You must be relentless. You have to develop a relationship with the hard. You have to look the hard day in the eye and smile. Not a happy smile, a dangerous smile. A smile that says, "Is that all you got?" When the universe throws obstacles in your path, you don't say, "Why me?" You say, "Try me." Just show up. You don't have to win today. You just have to show up. Showing up is 90% of the battle. The gym is scary until you walk through the door. The writing is scary until you type the first word. The cold shower is scary until you step into the water. The fear is in the anticipation, not the reality. The reality is just work. And you can handle work. So, here is your marching order. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you didn't sleep. I don't care if your heart is broken. I don't care if your bank account is empty. I don't care if no one believes in you. Stand up. Put your feet on the floor. Wash your face. Look in the mirror. Stare into your own pupils and tell yourself the truth. I am not done. This is your movie. This is the part of the movie where the hero is beaten down. This is the montage sequence. This is where the sad music plays and the rain falls. But you know how the movie ends. It ends with you standing on the mountain. It ends with you holding the prize. But you can't get to the end of the movie if you turn off the TV now. You have to play the scene. So go, move, do the thing. Not because you want to, but because you said you would. Your word is your bond. Keep your promise to yourself. Protect your peace by doing the work that secures your future. Protect your progress by refusing to slide back. One step, then another. Then another. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Success comes to those who keep moving. Success comes to those who show up. Just show up. You don't have to win today. You just have to show up. Showing up is 90% of the battle. The gym is scary until you walk through the door. The writing is scary until you type the first word. The cold shower is scary until you step into the water. The fear is in the anticipation, not the reality. The reality is just work, and you can handle work. So, here is your marching order. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you didn't sleep. I don't care if your heart is broken. I don't care if your bank account is empty. I don't care if no one believes in you. Stand up. Put your feet on the floor. Wash your face. Look in the mirror. Stare into your own pupils and tell yourself the truth. I am not done. This is your movie. This is the part of the movie where the hero is beaten down. This is the montage sequence. This is where the sad music plays and the rain falls. But you know how the movie ends. It ends with you standing on the mountain. It ends with you holding the prize. But you can't get to the end of the movie if you turn off the TV now. You have to play the scene. So go, move, do the thing. Not because you want to, but because you said you would. Your word is your bond. Keep your promise to yourself. Protect your peace by doing the work that secures your future. Protect your progress by refusing to slide back. One step, then another. Then another. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Success comes to those who keep moving. Success comes to those who show up. The scoreboard resets. So, let's say you did it. Let's say you listened. You got up, you fought the resistance, and you won the day. Congratulations. Seriously, take a deep breath. Feel that victory. That feeling in your chest, that is pride. That is earned. But now, I have to tell you the brutal truth. Tomorrow morning, the scoreboard resets to 0. It doesn't matter how hard you worked today. It doesn't matter how fast you ran. It doesn't matter how much money you made or how much you studied. When the sun rises tomorrow, nobody cares about what you did yesterday. The mirror doesn't care about yesterday's workout. The bank account doesn't care about yesterday's hustle. The world doesn't care about your past glory. Success is not a trophy you put on a shelf and look at forever. Success is a living, breathing thing that needs to be fed every single day. If you stop feeding it, it dies. Starvation happens fast. This is where most people fail. They have one good day, and they think they've crossed the finish line. They have one good week, and they celebrate for a month. There is no finish line. There is no arriving. There is only the climbing. You have to fall in love with the boredom of consistency. You have to accept that your reward for solving a problem is a bigger problem. Your reward for lifting a heavy weight is a heavier weight. This isn't a punishment. This is the privilege of the strong. So tonight, go to sleep with a clear conscience. You paid your rent for today. But understand that when your eyes open tomorrow, the landlord is back at the door. The rent is due again, and you will be ready to pay it. Because this isn't just something you do anymore. This is who you are. You are the machine that shows up. You are the storm that doesn't stop. Yesterday is a ghost. Tomorrow is a dream. All you have is the work. Welcome to the grind. It never ends. And that is exactly how we like it.